you don't understand how to play Rocket League. Nobody can deny that Rocket League is a highly mechanical based game. Every day that passes, we see new ways to play this game, with pros being on a race trying to catch up to be the best one. But during my career as a coach, I've seen many all-star teams getting swept by not so flashy but solid squads. Rocket League is a team game. It requires communication, coordination, and chemistry to be able to beat the opposite team. But is there any secret formula to these less mechanic dependent teams? The answer is yes, but it's actually not that secret. Throughout my most try-hard stage at RLCS, I have analyzed a lot of replays. I especially looked up at teams that shine not because of their players, but due to their structure as a cohesive lineup. That's when I discovered something. There is a pattern that happens over and over again. But let me break it down for you. In this game, there are three main areas that we want to be covering. Let's say the ball was here, so we want to be covering the ball zone, the middle, and the net. Best way to do it is by having our first player here, the second one here, and the third one in this position. Why is this the best distribution? Let's get a bit more in detail. To explain this, we need to focus on one player at a time and understand what's the goal of that player in each zone. First, we have our first man. This one will usually face a challenge around here, and his task is to center the ball. There are many ways to do it, such as going for an infield pass, hit it towards the backboard, or even go for a shot. The one you choose will depend on what your defenders are doing and your initial setup. If you saw my last video about shooting, you will notice that this first man is completely facing the play, since he is facing the ball and where he wants to go with it. So this is the ideal position, on the other side of the field, so he always has a chance to create a threat. Then we have our third man. His task is to save an unexpected shot from a clear and be there to quickly cut a counter attack if the ball ends up on the back of any of these two players. If we divide the field in 3 rows, he should be on the same one as the first man. We will see why later. Also, always stay close but behind the midfield line. This will give you enough time to react to any outcome possible while being there to finish up the play if needed. Keep in mind that the third man also plays in attack. Lastly, we have our second man. I left it for the end since it's the hardest role to play. First, we need to understand that he has to be behind the line of the first man. If you are on the same line, you will end up too forward for when the ball arrives to your position. Now, I have a game changer for you here. Don't be right next to your first man. I cannot tell you the times that I've seen people make this mistake. You need to cover the center road. If you take a closer look, I positioned it slightly on the other half from where the ball is. This positioning is key, since instead of you chasing the ball from behind, as it happens when you are too close, it will come towards you, making any shot much easier. It has other benefits, such as you being able to see your opponents while being out of their sight. Another one is that you will avoid double commits with your third man, especially on those situations when the first man loses a challenge. What you should do in these situations is a thing for another video, since it includes rotations and this usually takes a lot more time to explain. But a good quick tip is to remember this rule. If the first wins, the second goes, and if the first loses, it's third man ball. If you want to go way more in depth about roles and learn everything about it within an hour and a half, sign up for my next live coaching event. It's taking place the 20th of December at 3 p.m. EST. There I will explain this and 2 more concepts that are worth more than $100 for just a fraction of the price. Sign up at Metafy, which link is on the description. Now we have a fair idea on how this works, but there are still many links missing. So if I see that you support this video, I will make more parts explaining how to tie up all these things. Make sure to like, subscribe, and especially share with that friend that you tend to double commit all the time. And with anything else to say, thanks for watching and see you next time.